Well, it may not look like much right now. This small tree, or series of trees, has actually been very interesting to me over the last couple of years. Each March, it gets a lovely set of purple flowers, and a few months after that, drops tons and tons and tons of seed. And I like the plant so much that even before I could identify what it was, I actually came over, gathered up some seed, and started to plant them up on the potting bench. Well, just recently, some folks over on the Garden Chat Google Plus page was able to help me identify this plant. And as far as we know, this is a Bauhinia. This is known as an orchid tree in China. It is the one of the symbols of Hong Kong, I actually found out.
In my reading, I also found out that a stylized version of the Bauhinia flower actually appears on the Hong Kong flag, and Hong Kong Airlines even uses the term Bauhinia as their call sign. Here you can see some of the remaining seed pods on the tree. It's very unique that as they dry, they twist and the torsion actually causes the seed pods to pop open. In our discussion, we thought that this was a Bauhinia blakeiana, but then in further reading I noticed that the blakeiana is supposed to be sterile and not produce any seeds. But as you can see here, the ground is littered with the seeds from these particular trees. So it's probably one of the other 200 varieties that are available out there. I'm continuing to look at lots and lots of pictures online to see if I can figure out exactly what species this might be.
The best thing about the Bauhinia is it appears to germinate very quickly from seed. I've actually planted up several of these. I've lost a few due to the high heat we've had recently, and this one here was a bit munched on, and another one was a bit munched on by whatever bugs decided to come through the garden this week. But you can see this seedling is doing very well. I'll pot him up in a larger pot and get him growing on into a small shrub. I've got some seeds that I gathered. You saw me gathering just here. We're going to actually plant a few more of these in these now empty pots. This is where I had some other cuttings a while ago. Figured might as well try and get a few more of these growing. I have at least 2 places where I'd like to put these Bauhinia when they grow up, but I figure they'll do well in the patio area for a while, if nothing else. So we'll plant up a few seedlings, grow them on, and of course, as I like to do, give them away as seedlings and cuttings to our neighbors so they can grow their own.
Please let me know if you can help identify the species of this Bauhiniana. I'd love to know. It's good to know at least the genus that I'm dealing with right now, which was an unknown to me at the time. Since I first noticed these plants growing in my neighborhood, I've actually seen them in landscaping all across the city of Los Angeles. Let me know what you think as a comment on this blog post or video, and I'll add it to the description. That's it for this episode of In the Garden from A Gardener's Notebook. I'm Douglas E. Welch. For more information on A Gardener's Notebook, visit douglasewelch.com. There you'll find links to A Gardener's Notebook as well as everything else that I do. Again, douglasewelch.com. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on YouTube or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really does help others to discover our videos. Until next time, keep digging.